radio talk show host, columnist at the California Post, Larry Elder. His book, As Goes California, was all about rescuing that state. Larry, welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You know, all those candidates, you heard it, they used the stage to announce their top priority is illegal aliens, not Americans. They give Gavin Newsom an A for how he's dealt with homelessness. You're out there on the left coast. How might that play with real people, with actual voters?
A slight disagreement with you, Ed. Their top priority was we hate Donald Trump. Every single thing came down to Donald Trump. No ideas about the number one problem facing the state, which is affordability. The average price of a home in California, twice that of the national average. When people leave California, and people are leaving, the number one reason they cite is we cannot afford the price of a home here in California. I heard no idea whatsoever other than Trump is a bad guy. Gas prices, the highest in the nation. Unemployment, highest in the nation. Electricity prices, highest in the lower 48. School ranked at number 47 out of 50 states. I can go on and on and on. Big budget deficit, a huge underfunded pension liability. And you look at somebody like Gavin Newsom, and nobody criticized him other than Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco. Apparently, Gavin Newsom is doing a swell job for the people of California.
Yeah, well, you had the guts before anyone else to take on Gavin Newsom. So I ask you directly, do you think Steve Hilton or Chad Bianco can win, will win?
Here's what the Democrats are going to do. The D for Democrats in California, it stands for devious. What they're going to do, they've already now thrown Eric Swalwell out of the window. Yep. Another woman named Betty Yee has dropped out of the race. They're going to pressure another 1, 2, maybe even 3 to drop out. And they're going to coalesce behind a person to make sure that he finishes in the top 2. I said he as opposed to he or she because I don't think Katie Porter is going to be the one they're going to coalesce behind. Probably it'll be Steyer or maybe it'll be Bracero, one or the other. The idea is to make sure that one of the top 2 finishers is a Republican, and they really do want to run against either Chad Bianco or Steve Hilton. Why? Because only 25% of registered voters in California are Republican, 45% Democrat, another 20-some-odd% are independent or no party preference, and then you got 7% that are with small parties. So if there is a Republican versus Democrat, given the fact that people in California have now been indoctrinated to believe the word Republican is a 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult for Hilton or for Steve or for Chad Bianco to win if they're number 1 or number 2 against a Republican.
So briefly, the most important thing you think is for some way for Bianco and Hilton to be the top 2 left in this jungle primary in June and just knock the Democrats out now. That's their best hope.
That's the only way this can happen. And hopefully the ego of the Democrats that are left are going to be so strong and they're playing bumper cars against each other that hopefully they'll offset each other so that Hilton and Bianco finish number 1 and 2. If they do, that would be delicious, just delicious. It was the first Republican governor in 20 years.
Unbelievable. Okay, so let's get to Iran and the president overseas and here at home. Today, he kind of said, look, don't rush me here on peace, and it may stay longer in the war. Are you getting nervous at all about the midterms, that we see the Democrats floundering in places like California? President's got a great economy that's recovering. He's got a good story to tell with the border. Do you think this war is going to be a problem for Republicans in the midterms?
The answer is yes. He won't get credit for it. I mean, what he's done is eliminated the nuclear threat, or at least set it back, and set back their missile program and set back their support for proxies, but he won't get credit for it. He's going to be hammered. I was watching President Trump today giving his announcement about lowering drug prices, and I knew the questions were going to be all about Iran, and they were. And I cut over to CNN, and they were talking about something else. I cut over to MSNBC, as I call it. They were talking about he's not going to get any credit. I mean, look at what this man has done. He closed the border in 30 days. No one's even talking about it right now. He negotiated the end of the Gaza-Israel war, got the hostages out and the remains out. Nobody cares. He pressured our NATO allies into pulling up 5% of their GDP when Obama and George W. Bush complained they weren't even doing 2%. No credit whatsoever for that. Got our allies to underwrite us when we're supporting Ukraine. No more tax dollars for Ukraine. Our allies are going to reimburse us. No credit at all for that. I mean, on and on and on what this man has done. Stock market, record highs,